Hi Kids Club and Club J families. I wanted to share a story with you today about one of my favorite animals. Kids, do you know what my favorite animal is? If you said a zebra, you are correct. Today's story will be called Milia's Big Day. Milia's Big Day by Thea Feldman. Milia was so excited. Today she was finally grown up enough to take a turn watching over the herd during their afternoon break. She could hardly wait until they would stop and rest. Milia was ready. Interesting fact. Plain zebras live together in a group, 7 to 10, called a herd. Each herd has one adult male called a stallion. The herd includes several adult females or mares and their children, foals. Do you live in a herd? I call it a family. As the herd set off to look for a good grazing spot, Milia walked behind her mother, Damali. Damali always led the way across the African savanna that they called home. Interesting fact. The oldest mare generally takes the lead when the herd looks for food and water. Her foals follow right behind her, followed by the next oldest mare and her foals. The stallion is last. A strange stallion approached the herd soon after they stopped in a nice grassy place. The stranger wanted to take over the herd. Milia's father, Erasto, trotted over and tried to get the stranger to leave. He wouldn't budge, so Erasto had no choice. He had to protect his herd. Here's an interesting fact for you. A zebra can communicate with body language. Some examples include the position of their ears, whether their mouths are open or their teeth are exposed. What are some body languages you use? What does this tell you? Yes, I am happy to be reading to you today. Milia watched her father fight the stranger. Finally, the stallion turned and ran away. Erasto chased him just to make sure he kept going. Here's another interesting fact for you. A kick from a zebra's hind legs can do serious damage. A zebra will kick another zebra in a fight and in defense against a lion or other predator. Things quickly settled down and the herd began to munch and crunch the green grass. Milia stood beside her mother. She felt safe as she rested her chin on Damali's back. Milia knew that one day soon she would be old enough to leave the herd, but today she was right where she belonged. Here's a fast fact for you. When a female plain zebra is about 18 to 24 months old, she leaves her first herd. She joins another stallion's herd and may remain there for life. Kind of like us. When we grow up, we move out of our parents' house. Some of us. In the heat of the afternoon, the herd needed to get some rest. Finally, it was Milia's turn to stand guard. She was very excited. While the herd slept, Milia looked for predators. As she watched the grass-covered savanna, Milia turned her ears towards every noise, even the slightest noises, to make sure she did not miss anything. Fast fact for you. When a herd rests during the day or at night, one member always stays on guard against predators such as lions. The savanna was quiet and a cool breeze blew through the tall grass. But wait, what was that? Milia wasn't sure, but she thought she heard something. Was it a hungry lion? Milia didn't wait to find out. She quickly woke the herd, and in a flash of hooves, off they went. Fast fact for you. Zebras can run up to 35 miles an hour. They are members of the horse family and have strong legs and hooves. The herd ran and ran. It was very frightening for Milia. She had never given the danger signal before. Had she done it correctly? Was everyone all right? When they all felt safe, the herd stopped and looked around. Where was baby Atto? He was missing. Here's an interesting fact. A newborn foal can stand within 15 minutes of birth. By the time it is 1 hour old, it can run and keep up with its herd. How old were you before you could stand up? How old were you before you could run or even walk? Erasto went to look for young Atto. Milia was afraid. What if something happened to baby Atto? She would feel terrible. Suddenly, Milia saw Erasto head over the tall grass, but she could not see Atto. As Erasto came closer, Milia saw Atto behind into the open. Atto was safe. He had become separated from the herd and had hidden the tall grass when a lion passed by. Everyone was so very proud of Milia and Atto. Another interesting fact, I love these. Every zebra has a different pattern of stripes. A foal learns to identify each member of its herd by its stripes, smell, and voice. How can we tell each other apart? And are there anything that we have that are only ours that no one else has? If you said fingerprints, you're right. And DNA. Now that Atto was back safely with the herd, Damali stood beside Milia to let her know everything was all right. They quietly gazed and nuzzled one another. Fast fact for you. Ready? Plain zebras spend about half of their day eating. They prefer to eat grass, but they will also eat shoots and leaves. They may travel up to 12 miles a day searching for food. They eat grass. What are some of the things that you eat? My favorite is fruit and veggies. When everyone had enough to eat, Damali turned and led the herd to a watering hole. It was time to drink some cool, refreshing water. Another fast fact. Plain zebras usually drink water from a watering hole at least once a day. Because zebras require water, they are never far from a watering hole. As Milia swallowed a mouthful of water, she looked up and thought about the day she had done. She watched over the herd and kept everyone safe. She was a grown-up zebra now. It had been a big day. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story. I'm looking forward to sharing some of my other favorite stories with you. Bye.